front door creaked open like a coffin lid in the dead of night, and River Harlan stepped into the house that no longer felt like home. Dust motes danced in the slanting afternoon light, settling on furniture that screamed absence. Empty chairs, a kitchen table wiped clean of the chaos he remembered. His duffel bag hit the floor with a thud that echoed his heartbeat, 2 years of sand and screams crashing back in one hollow breath. He called out for Jasper first, voice rough from disuse, then for Mom and Dad, the words tangling in his throat like barbed wire. Silence answered, thick and accusing, until he spotted the note on the fridge, scrawled in Dad's blocky hand. "Your brother's gone. Don't bother asking." River's knees buckled, the world tilting as he tore the paper free, fingers trembling over ink that bled indifference. 2 years. 730 days of dodging IEDs in Helmand Province, counting sunrises to this moment, and the house stood gutted, a shell of the Harlan Ranch style in Elmwood, Texas. A speck of a town where pickup trucks outnumbered dreams and Sunday sermons preached fire and brimstone. River had shipped out at 26, leaving Jasper at 18, all gangly limbs and that infectious grin that could disarm a grenade. Now, at 28, River felt ancient, his body a map of scars under the uniform he still wore like armor. The army had been his escape, a place where questions about who you loved got buried under orders and foxholes. But home? Home was supposed to be the anchor. He paced the linoleum, boots scuffing faint tracks, mind racing through worst-case scenarios. Jasper had always been the soft one, the kid who sketched wildflowers in the margins of his textbooks, while River wrestled steers at the county fair. Their dad, Harlan Sr., a oil rig foreman with fists like hams and a Bible thumping louder than his heart, had never hidden his disdain for anything that strayed from the straight and narrow. Mom followed in his wake, her silence a quieter weapon. But kicking out his own son? Over what? River snatched his keys from the counter, the jangle a lifeline in the quiet. Elmwood's main drag was a 10-minute drive, past the feed store and the diner where gossip flowed freer than coffee. He gunned the old Ford pickup, the engine roaring to life like an old friend, tires kicking gravel as he headed for the only place Jasper might hide. Willow Creek Park, that overgrown patch of green where they'd skipped stones as kids, dreaming of cities bigger than their regrets. The park was emptying out as dusk bruised the sky, families folding picnic blankets, kids chasing fireflies. River scanned the benches, heart slamming against his ribs. There, under the willow that dipped like a weeping widow, sat a figure hunched in a hoodie too big for his frame, knees drawn up, staring at the creek like it held answers. Jasper. His little brother looked smaller, sharper, the boyish roundness carved away by whatever hell had unfolded here. River killed the engine and crossed the grass in long strides, the air thick with the scent of damp earth and distant barbecue smoke. "Jasp," he said, voice cracking on the nickname. Jasper's head snapped up, eyes wide. Those same stormy grays that mirrored their mother's on her rare soft days. For a beat, neither moved, the space between them a chasm wider than any battlefield. Then Jasper was on his feet, launching into River's arms with a sob that tore through the twilight. "You're back. God, you're really back." His voice muffled against River's jacket, fists clutching fabric like it might vanish. River held him tight, one hand cradling the back of his head, the other steady on his spine, inhaling the familiar scent of soap and sweat that said alive, at least. They sank to the bench together, Jasper's weight a welcome anchor. Words tumbled out in fragments. Dad's rage after finding Jasper's phone, texts from some boy named Theo in Austin, the screaming match that ended with a duffel shoved into Jasper's hands and the door slammed shut. He said I was an abomination. River Mom just cried and wouldn't look at me. I tried calling you, but signals suck out there. River's jaw clenched, a muscle ticking like a fuse. 730 days of letters, care packages with Jasper's doodles tucked inside, promises to protect him from the world's sharp edges. And this? They don't get to do that, he growled low, anger coiling hot in his gut. Your family. My family. Jasper pulled back, wiping his face with a sleeve, forcing a watery smile. Yeah, well, family's what you make it now, I guess. I've been crashing at the diner's back room, Lila lets me bunk there for shifts. But I can't keep that up forever. The diner, of course. Lila May's place, with its checkered floors and pie that could mend fences if folks let it. River nodded, mind already mapping plans. Get Jasper an apartment, a job, something solid. But beneath the logistics churned a deeper ache. The kind that whispered questions River had shoved down since basic training. Who was he to lecture on love when his own heart had been a locked bunker for years? Night deepened around them, stars pricking the velvet sky like distant artillery. Jasper leaned his head on River's shoulder, the gesture small but seismic. I missed you. Every damn day. Me too, kid. River's arm tightened, a vow in the squeeze. But as crickets hummed their indifferent chorus, he wondered if homecoming meant rebuilding what was broken, or burning it down to start fresh. They drove back to the house in silence, the truck's headlights carving tunnels through the dark. River half expected Dad's truck in the drive, but the gravel was empty, porch light off like a snub. Inside, he flipped switches, flooding the living room with harsh fluorescence that highlighted the gaps. Jasper's sneakers gone from the hall rack, his sketchbooks vanished from the coffee table. Jasper hovered in the doorway, hesitant as a ghost. I can't stay here. Not after. You can and you will. River's tone brooked no argument, already hauling his duffel toward the guest room. His old room, really, frozen in time with faded posters of rodeo stars. This is your house too. I'll talk to them tomorrow. A scoff escaped Jasper, bitter as black coffee. Talk? Dad doesn't talk, River. He decrees. River paused, hand on the knob, meeting his brother's gaze. There was defiance there, mingled with fear. A cocktail River knew too well from foxhole confessions swapped under starless skies. Then I'll make him listen. Sleep came fitful that night, River on the lumpy couch, Jasper claiming the bed upstairs. Dreams tangled deployment flashbacks with phantom arguments, Dad's voice booming scriptures like shrapnel. By dawn, resolve hardened like mortar. He rose with the sun, brewing coffee strong enough to strip paint, the aroma of fragile normalcy. Jasper emerged rumpled, hair a bird's nest, but with that spark flickering back. What's the plan, soldier? Breakfast first. Then we face the storm. River slid a mug across the counter, their fingers brushing in a moment of quiet solidarity. Elmwood woke slow, roosters crowing over the hum of semis on Highway 84. They ate eggs scrambled with whatever was left in the fridge. Stale bread toasted golden, a ritual from leaner days. Jasper sketched absent-mindedly on a napkin, lines forming a willow tree that bent but didn't break. The drive to the rig site was tense, dust devils swirling like omens across the flatlands. Harlan Sr.'s foreman truck loomed in the lot, a battered F-150 with company stickers peeling like old skin. River parked beside it, engine ticking cool. Stay here if you want. Jasper shook his head, chin lifting. No. We're in this together. The site buzzed, drills whining. Men in hard hats shouting over the din. Dad spotted them from the catwalk, face darkening like thunderheads. He descended slow, wiping grease from his hands on a rag, eyes skipping Jasper like he was a smudge. River. The greeting flat, no embrace, just a nod that carried the weight of unspoken welcomes. Didn't expect you till noon. War waits for no man, Dad. Neither do I. River stepped forward, blocking Jasper slightly, a human shield. We need to talk. About this. He pulled the note from his pocket, holding it out like evidence. Harlan Sr.'s gaze flicked to it, then away, jaw working. Ain't nothing to say. Boy made his choices. He's 18. Your son. River's voice rose, drawing stares from the crew. You threw him out like trash over. What? Texts? Over sin, boy. Dad's eyes blazed, finger jabbing the air. Bible's clear. Man lies with man, it's detestable. I won't have that under my roof. Jasper flinched, but held ground, voice steady. I'm gay, Dad. Not a criminal. Not your enemy. The words hung, a gauntlet thrown. Harlan Sr.'s face twisted. Rage? Regret? Something softer buried deep. You're no son of mine if you choose that path. The blow landed harder than any punch. River surged forward, fists balled. Then you're no father. We're leaving. Both of us. Dad's laugh barked hollow. Good riddance. Army'll straighten you out too, if it hasn't yet. They walked away as the crew murmured, backs straight against the heat shimmering off the rigs. In the truck, Jasper exhaled shaky. That went well. River gripped the wheel, knuckles white. It's just round one. Back home, they packed methodically, Jasper's clothes from the attic boxes, River's gear from deployment. The house felt lighter, unburdened, but the ache lingered. By afternoon, bags loaded, they hit the road toward Austin, 2 hours north, where Theo waited with a spare couch and a city that breathed freer. The highway unspooled like a promise, radio crooning country ballads of lost loves reclaimed. Jasper fiddled with the dial, landing on an indie station, guitars weaving tales of outcasts finding their way. Theo's place is small, but it's got a killer view of the Capitol. And he's nice, really nice. River glanced over, catching the flush on Jasper's cheeks. Tell me about him. Words flowed then, Jasper opening like a book long closed. Theo Ramirez, 22, barista at a queer-friendly coffee shop, with ink-sleeved arms and a laugh that disarmed defenses. They'd met online, sparked over shared playlists, stolen weekends when Dad was on night shifts. He's the first guy who saw me, River. Not the farm boy, not the screw-up. Just me. Pride swelled in River's chest, mingled with envy he couldn't name. Sounds like he hit the jackpot. Austin sprawled welcoming. Skylines jagged against the horizon. Streets alive with murals and food trucks hawking tacos that burned away bitterness. Theo's apartment was in East Austin, a converted warehouse with exposed brick and plants dangling from every beam. He met them at the door, all easy smiles and hugs that lingered, dark hair tousled, eyes warm as fresh espresso. River, man. Jasper's told me stories. Theo clapped his shoulder, genuine. Welcome to the chaos. Inside, boxes of takeout steamed on a coffee table scarred from too many late nights. They ate cross-legged on the floor, laughter bubbling as Theo regaled them with tales of drag brunches gone wrong. Jasper bloomed under the attention, hand finding Theo's knee, a quiet claim. River watched from the sidelines, beer in hand, the domesticity a bomb and a barb. Nights in the sandbox, he'd envied guys with letters from sweethearts, but his own secrets stayed buried. Flashes of locker room glances, dreams that woke him sweating. Here, in this bubble of acceptance, those walls cracked. As plates cleared, Theo pulled Jasper aside for a murmured goodbye. Work called, but he'd be back by midnight. Alone with River, Jasper turned serious. Thanks for everything. I know this upends your homecoming. River shrugged, masking the twist in his gut. Home's where the heart drags you. We'll figure it out. Sleep claimed the couch that night, but dawn brought decisions. River scouted jobs, security gigs leveraging his MOS, pay steady if soul-numbing. Jasper dove into community college applications, art program whispers. Theo wove them in, his world a tapestry of pride flags and poetry slams. Weeks blurred, routines forming like muscle memory. Mornings. Coffee runs with Theo, banter sharp as switchblades. Afternoons. Jasper sketching in parks. River lifting at a gym where sweat drowned doubts. Evenings. Shared meals, stories traded like currency. But cracks showed. A call from Mom, voice quavering through tears. Come home, boys. We can fix this. Jasper hung up, face ashen. River paced, torn between blood and the brother beside him. One night, after a bar crawl in South Congress, neon buzzing, strangers dancing free, Jasper confessed over whiskey shots. I thought I'd die out there, River alone, but you came back, like you promised. River clinked glasses, throat tight. Always. Yet in the quiet after, as Theo snored softly and Jasper curled nearby, River stared at the ceiling, heart pounding a new rhythm. Who was he fighting for, really? The brother saved? Or the man emerging from the soldier's shadow? Austin's pulse quickened with the approach of summer, humidity wrapping the city like a lover's sigh, heavy and insistent. River adapted fast. Mornings jogging Barton Springs, the cool water a shock that rinsed deployment grit from his pores. He landed a gig at a private firm downtown, guarding execs in suits sharper than his fatigues, the contrast jarring but paying bills. Jasper thrived too, classes at Austin Community College filling notebooks with charcoal dreams. Theo his constant, their touches casual yet charged. A language River observed with a mix of joy and quiet longing. Home became the apartment, walls echoing with laughter that drowned out Elmwood's ghosts. But ghosts lingered. A package arrived one Tuesday, Mom's handwriting on the box. Inside Jasper's childhood bear, threadbare from hugs, accompanied by a note. He misses you. We miss you. Jasper clutched the toy, eyes glistening, before tucking it away. She means well. But Dad. River nodded, anger simmering low. Harlan Sr.'s silence was louder than any sermon. A wall built of pride and pain. River fired off texts. Unread, undelivered. Bridges burned but embers hot. Theo sensed the undercurrents, pulling River aside during a backyard barbecue. Smoke from the grill curling like secrets. Neighbors milled. Queer couples with rescue dogs. Artists debating manifestos. A mosaic River had only glimpsed in grainy videos from the base. You're good for him, Theo said, flipping burgers with tattooed precision. But who's good for you? The question landed like a frag grenade, shrapnel embedding deep. River forced a grin, beer bottle sweating in his grip. Army kept me busy. No time for that. Theo's eyes narrowed, kind but probing. Time's what you make now. Cities full of guys who'd kill for a story like yours. Heat crept up River's neck, not from the grill. He mumbled something about duty, escaping to refill plates. But the seed took root, sprouting in stolen moments. Eyes lingering on a barista's smile, pulse quickening at a brush of shoulders in the crowd. Jasper noticed, of course, brothers shared blood and intuition. Over late-night tacos from the truck down the block, grease dripping onto paper plates, he broached it gentle. You ever think about it? For yourself. River paused, salsa burning his tongue. Think about what? You know. Jasper's fork gestured vague. Liking guys. It's okay if. Drop it, Jasp. The words sharper than intended, cutting the air. Jasper recoiled, hurt flickering, and River cursed inwardly, reaching across the rickety table. Sorry. Just not ready. Jasper's hand covered his, steady. Whenever. I'm here. The forgiveness stung worse than the rebuke. That night, alone on the fire escape, city lights twinkling like distant campsites. River lit a rare smoke, exhalations curling into the night. 28 years, and he'd armored himself against everything but truth. In the army, don't ask, don't tell had evolved, but old habits died hard. Flings in port towns, anonymous and fleeting, never breached the walls. Now, with Jasper free, the mirror reflected cracks. Opportunity knocked mid-July, during Austin's heat wave that turned streets to ovens. The firm assigned River to an event, corporate gala at the Driscoll Hotel. Black ties and champagne flutes clinking under chandeliers. Off-duty in slacks and a button-down that tugged at scars, he scanned entrances, vigilance a second skin. That's when he saw him. Ellis Kane, 30-ish, leaning against the bar with a bourbon neat, dark curls framing a face all sharp cheekbones and fuller lips curved wry. Ellis worked events, sound tech by the lanyard, his laugh cutting through the murmur like a clear radio signal. Their eyes met across the room, a spark that hummed electric, and River felt exposed, rifle-less in the open. Duty pulled him away, but fate, or the universe's wry humor, looped them back. Bathroom break, Ellis at the sink beside him, sleeves rolled to elbows revealing forearms veined like rivers. Intense night, Ellis said, soap sudsing under running water. You the muscle? River dried hands on paper towel, meeting the gaze in the mirror. Green eyes, flecked gold, holding steady. Something like that. River Harlan. Ellis, as in the poet. Though I fix amps more than sonnets these days. Handshake firm, lingering a beat too long, warmth seeping through. Conversation flowed easy after. Complaints about venue acoustics, shared gripes on Texas summers. Ellis had grown up in Houston, fled Bible Belt chokeholds for Austin's embrace. Now freelancing gigs that paid in connections. "What's your story?" he asked, leaning close over shared appetizers pilfered from a tray. "Long deployment. Longer homecoming." River's voice low, testing waters. Ellis nodded, no pity, just understanding that bridged gaps. The gala dragged, but afterward, Ellis slipped him a card. Scrawled number beneath the professional. "Coffee? If you're not allergic to caffeine." River pocketed it, pulse a war drum. "Tomorrow. Barton Roasters. 10 sharp." Sleep evaded, mind replaying the tilt of Ellis's head, the way his fingers drummed rhythms on glass. Dawn brought second thoughts, but legs carried him to the shop anyway. Bell tinkling welcome. Ellis waited at a corner table, 2 lattes steaming, grin blooming like sunrise. They talked hours. Ellis spinning yarns of open mics where vulnerability was currency. River unspooling sanitized war tales, laughter easing the barbs. "You're holding back," Ellis observed, stirring foam absently. "But that's okay. Layers peel slow." The compliment landed soft, peeling one indeed. By noon, plans hatched. Hike Ladybird Lake Trail at dusk, when heat mellowed to tolerable. Jasper grilled him that evening, Theo smirking over stir-fry. Mystery man? Just a guy. River dodged, but Jasper's eyes sparkled knowing. The hike unfolded golden. Trail winding under cypresses, lake water lapping gentle. Ellis moved fluid, stories punctuating strides. Coming out at 16, parents' quiet acceptance laced with distance, the grind of building life from fragments. "It's not linear," he said, pausing at a bench overlook, city skyline hazy. Messy as hell." River sat beside, knees brushing accidental. "Yeah, messy." Dusk deepened, fireflies winking like signals. Ellis turned, face shadowed soft. "This okay?" The kiss started tentative, lips grazing, question and answer. Then deepened, hands finding jaws, breaths mingling urgent. River's world narrowed to heat, taste of salt and sweetness, barriers crumbling under touch. When they broke, foreheads pressed, Ellis whispered, "Your call. Stay." River's voice gravel, hand lacing fingers. They walked back tangled, Austin's lights a constellation guiding home. At Theo's door, Jasper out with friends. Awkwardness bloomed, but Ellis charmed with a joke, promising breakfast tacos soon. Inside, alone, River leaned against the wall, heart racing victory and terror. Jasper returned late, sensing shift, hugging tight. "Happy for you, bro." Weeks wove tighter. Dates with Ellis. Picnics in Zilker Park, vinyl hunts in dive shops. Nights tangled in sheets that smelled of sandalwood and possibility. Ellis coaxed stories. Nights under Afghan stars, fears of inadequacy. And River found voice, vulnerability a release valve. But Elmwood intruded. A letter arrived, Dad's hand. "Funeral for Uncle Ray next month. Be man enough to show." Jasper crumpled it, but River smoothed folds. "We go. On our terms." Preparation tensed the air. Jasper practicing speeches in mirrors, Theo offering quiet support. River confided in Ellis over rooftop beers, skyline sprawling. "Scared I'll lose it." Ellis squeezed thigh reassuring. "You're not alone." The drive back north was fraught, flatlands blurring past. Elmwood greeted unchanged. Same diner, same stairs as they fueled up. Lila May hugged Jasper fierce, whispering, "Proud of you, sugar." The funeral home smelled of lilies and loss. Uncle Ray in oak casket, face waxy peaceful. Family milled, cousins awkward, aunts clucking sympathies. Mom hovered peripheral, eyes red-rimmed, pulling River aside. "He's sorry. Deep down. Doubt it." River's tone ice. Dad approached stiff, suit ill-fitting, gaze sliding off Jasper. "Glad you came. For Ray." River's arm around Jasper's shoulders, claim clear. Tension crackled. relatives shifting uneasy. Graveside, under merciless sun, preacher droned eternal life. Jasper whispered to River, "This what they want? Buried secrets." After, at the house, neutral ground, confrontation brewed over potluck spreads. Dad cornered them in the kitchen, voice low thunder. "Parading this lifestyle here. It's not a parade, Dad. It's us." Jasper's chin high, Theo's hand in his, silent ally. Harlan Sr.'s face mottled. "You'll burn in hell." River stepped in, voice steel. "Then we'll roast together. But Jasper's my brother. Love him or lose us both." Mom gasped, hand to mouth. Dad stormed out, screen door slamming echo. They left soon after, cab of the truck thick with unsaid. Jasper broke first, tears hot. "Why won't he see?" Theo, from back seat, murmured comfort. River gripped wheel, eyes on horizon. "Some fights take generations." Back in Austin, healing stitched slow. Ellis pulled River through therapy sessions he joined once, words tumbling free. Jasper's art bloomed. First exhibit at a local gallery, Theo beaming front row. Fall painted leaves amber, cooling tempers. A call from Mom. Tentative olive branch, coffee in neutral Waco. They went, for strong boundaries firm, hearts open sliver. She cried over lattes, apologies spilling. "I failed you both. Forgive yourself first," River said, hand over hers. Jasper nodded, tentative thaw. Dad's thaw came glacial. A postcard months later. "Proud of your service." No mention of Jasper, but a start. Winter brought holidays. Theo's family in San Antonio, arms open wide, tamales steaming forgiveness. River proposed to Ellis under Christmas lights. Ring simple silver. Forever. Ellis's yes a vow. New Year's, rooftop with the city, they toasted, Jasper sketching fireworks. Theo kissing his temple. River pulled him aside later, words thick. "You saved me too, kid." Jasper hugged fierce. Families chosen. As clock struck 12, confetti rained, promises bloomed. Home wasn't a place, but this. Tangled lives, love's unapologetic, healing in the hurt. January's chill bit sharp in Austin, frost etching windows like lace, but warmth bloomed inside the apartment. Walls now hung with Jasper's canvases. Bold strokes of color defying winter's gray. River's life synced to Ellis's rhythm. Mornings tangled in bed, coffee brewed strong. Commutes shared in companionable silence. The security job steadied, promotions whispered, but it was Ellis's world that reshaped him. Open mics where vulnerability earned applause, not shrapnel. Jasper and Theo deepened, moving in together after Theo's lease lapsed, the space expanding to fit. River helped haul boxes, sweat-slicked laughs echoing in stairwells. A makeshift family hauling forward. Yet undercurrents stirred. Dreams plagued River. Dad's face morphing to drill sergeants. Accusations of weakness layering thick. Therapy unpacked them slow. Ellis waiting with takeout and patient ears. One evening, post-session, River confessed over porch swings at Zilker. "Feel like I'm faking it. Soldier to this. Civilian." Ellis's hand warm on knee. "You're not faking. You're unfolding." The words anchored, but doubt lingered. Elmwood called again. Mom's voice on voicemail. Urgent. "Your father's sick. Come see." Jasper deleted it first listen, but River replayed, heart-twisting. They debated over dinner, Theo's enchiladas spicy as arguments. "It's a trap," Jasper insisted, fork stabbing plate. "He'll preach, then push away." "Maybe." River's gaze distant. "But if he's dying." Theo mediated, calm. "Go without us. Test waters." River drove solo, highway hypnosis blurring miles. Elmwood huddled under overcast, rig lights dimmed. Dad's house sagged weary, Mom answering door hollow-eyed. "He's in bed. Coughs bad." Harlan Sr. lay propped, skin sallow, oxygen hissing faint. Eyes met River's, flicker of surprise. "Didn't think you'd come." "Family." The word loaded, sitting heavy. Talk skirted edges, health updates, old rodeo yarns. No Jasper mention, but absence screamed. As River rose to leave, Dad rasped. Tell the boy. I'm trying. The admission cracked something, tears pricking. He hears you. Drive back cathartic. Wind whipping confessions from open window. He shared with Ellis that night, curled close. Progress. Earthquake. Ellis kissed temple. Feel it shift. Spring unfurled tentative, bluebonnets carpeting fields. Austin festivals pulsing alive. Jasper's exhibit sold pieces, confidence surging. He confided one bloomlit afternoon, sketching in Pease Park. Theo wants to marry. Scary good. River grinned, clapping back. Jump. World's softer than it seems. His own leap came subtle. Ellis's gig at a warehouse venue. Bass thumping, lights strobing. River in the crowd, heart-sinking beats. Post-set, backstage haze. Ellis pulled him into shadows, kiss fierce. Love you, murmured against skin. Love you too. First time spoken, weight lifting like rucksack shed. But harmony fractured May, storm clouds gathering unbidden. A letter from the firm, deployment recall, short notice, Middle East advisory role. 6 months, River explained over breakfast, toast turning to ash in mouths. Jasper's face paled. Not again. Ellis gripped hand under table, steady. We'll manage. Packing reignited ghosts, duffel stuffed methodical, letters penned promises. Airport goodbye tour raw. Jasper hugging bone crush. Come back whole. Theo's nod solemn. Ellis lingered last. Kiss salt stung. Right everything. Desert awaited, sans familiar foe. Days blurred patrols. Nights Skyping fractured. Lags stealing nuances, but voices bridged. Jasper sent art. Theo recipes. Ellis poems typed hasty. Mid-tour crisis hit. Email from mom. Jasper's in hospital. Car wreck. Dad's with him. Heart seized. River pulled strings. Emergency leave. Flights chaining frantic. Austin General's halls reeked antiseptic. Mom pacing lobby. Drunk driver. Broken ribs. Concussion. Stable. Relief ward terror. Room dim, Jasper bandaged. Theo vigilant bedside. River. Weak smile. Timing sucks. Dad stood corner, hat in hands. First sight in months. Eyes met. Nod fractional. Glad you're here. Hours blurred vigils. Beeping monitors lullaby grim. Dad thawed slow, coffee runs turning confessional. Pushed him away to protect. Stupid old man. River's throat tight. Protect from what? Love. Harlan Sr. deflated. From pain I knew. My pa same with me after Korea. Buried it deep. Revelation stunned. Pieces slotting. You're. No. But close enough to fear. Voice cracked. Tell him sorry. Mean it. Jasper woke clearer days later. Discharge papers freedom. Homecoming barbecue marked it. Backyard grill, friends toasting resilience. Dad attended tentative. Handshake with Jasper awkward but real. Proud, son. Tears flowed free. Bridges mending splintered. Rivers recall shortened. Mercy of connections. Reuniting full. Ellis proposed proper. Ring exchanged under live oaks. Partners in chaos? Yes. Summer peaked joyous. Wedding plans woven casual, Jasper best man. Theo efficient. Vows exchanged lakeside. Water lapping vows eternal. Fall brought harvest. Dad visiting. Stories swapped over brisket. Forgiveness fermented slow. Jasper's gallery show, family front row. Winter's eve. Fire crackling. River reflected. 730 days changed. But home forged anew. Ellis beside. Hand laced. Worth every scar. Every one. Autumn's palette deepened in Austin. Leaves crunching underfoot like brittle memories. The air crisp with promise of change. River's return from the abbreviated deployment felt less like homecoming and more like continuation. The desert's echo fading under Ellis's steady presence. They moved in together. A cozy bungalow in Hyde Park. White picket ironic. Yard blooming wild with Theo's borrowed plants. Jasper and Theo claimed the adjacent duplex. A stone's throw. Family woven tight. Weddings loomed joyful chaos. Jasper threw himself into planning. Mood boards pinned eclectic. Venues scouted from rooftop bars to hidden groves. Something real, he insisted over planning brunches, mimosas fizzing. No stuffy chapels. Theo laughed, arms slung casual. As long as there's cake. Dad's involvement surprised, phone calls tentative, then visits bearing awkward gifts. Monogrammed barware, a nod to normalcy. Don't want to miss this, he'd grumble. But eyes softened watching Jasper sketch invitations. Mom orchestrated sides, her quilts folded into hope. River navigated emotional minefields, therapy a weekly ritual unpacking paternal parallels. He chose silence to survive, he journalized post-session. Ellis reading over shoulder, chin on joint. I choose voice. November wedding day dawned golden. Ladybird lake shimmering mirror to skies. Guests mingled eclectic, army buddies in pressed khakis. Ellis's poet circle in velvet, Elmwood kin conservative clusters thawing slow. Jasper stood ringside, suit tailored sharp, eyes misty as River walked aisle. Path-lined pedals, acoustic guitar strumming soft. Vows poured raw, Ellis's voice steady. You came home to me, scars and all. I vow to hold the map. Rivers choked. You saw the man behind the uniform. I vow to stay seen. Rings slid silver promises. Kiss ceiling under cheers. Lake breeze benediction. Reception spilled pavilion laughter. Dances twirling free. Toasts slurring affection. Dad cornered River later. Bourbon loosening tongue. Beautiful. Your ma's crying buckets. Thanks for coming. Handshake evolved hug, brief but seismic. Jasper pulled him aside mid-swirl. Theo spinning partners nearby. You deserve this, River. All of it. Brother embrace fierce, world riding axis. Honeymoon whispered. Week in Big Bend. Stars vast as forgiveness. Trails wound canyons. Hands linked descents. Nights tented whispers. Future's ours, Ellis murmured. Fingers tracing ink on River's chest. Tattoo fresh. Coordinates of their first kiss. Back, life resumed textured. River climbed firm ranks, training recruits with empathy born hard. Ellis scored venue manager gig, schedules syncing serendipitous. Evenings. Dinners potluck, Jasper's art critiqued loving, Theo's stories animated. But December shadowed news rippled. Old army contact, suicide stateside. PTSD took him. River confided, voice hollow over eggnog. Group huddled close, sharing scars invisible. Jasper organized support, local vet circle, canvases donated therapy. Art heals, he said, brush in hand. Theo facilitated, gentle prompts drawing pain to page. Holiday blended traditions. Mom's pecan pie with Ellis's lax, Dad carving turkey tentative. Around table, Grace said inclusive, forks clinking unity. New Year beckoned bold. River surprised Ellis, road trip Pacific Coast. Highway 1 curving dramatic. Stops dotted whimsy. Monterey kayaks. Big Sur hikes. Motels fogged intimate. Adventure's our middle name, Ellis joked. Wind tousling curls. San Francisco capped. Alcatraz tours echoing freedom's hard-won. Castro strolls hand in hand. Rainbow flags fluttering affirmation. Dinner dim-lit Italian. Wine loosening dreams. Kids maybe. Adoption whispers. Life expansive. Return grounded grateful. Spring stirred ambitions. Jasper's solo show booked gallery proper. Buzz building. Themes of chosen kin, he explained. Previews pinned walls. Theo proposed casual picnic under willows. Ring in pie crust. Jasper's yes tear-laced. Wedding slated summer. River officiated theirs. Backyard affair intimate. Friends circled. Vows handwritten heartfelt. You painted my world color, Theo said. Jasper. You held the brush steady. Kiss bloomed. Cheers rained petals. Fall deepened bonds. Dad's health rallied. Retirement looming rigs. Visit Austin, he bunked bungalow. Stories swapped fireside. Korea confessions fuller. Regrets aired. Wish I'd been braver, he admitted, voice gravel. You are now, River replied. Beer clinked absolution. Winter wrapped gentle. Snow rare dusting, holidays hearth warm. Jasper announced gallery success. Pieces sold swift, confidence cresting. Traveling show next. Portland, maybe Seattle. Theo beamed, plans percolating. But undercurrent tugged. Ellis's ex resurfaced. Email innocuous. In town. Coffee? Harmless. But jealousy flickered River's gut. Old insecurities surfacing. Go if you want. River forced casual, but tone betrayed. Ellis cupped face, eyes earnest. Past's museum. Your gallery. Relief washed, but conversation unearthed. Ellis's history poly once, explorations pre-river. Learned boundaries. He shared vulnerability bridge. Trust rebuilt deliberate. Date nights intentional. Communication code. Spring bloomed betrayals unforeseen. Firm scandal erupted. Exec embezzling. Investigations snaring River's unit. Routine audit. Brass assured, but whispers tainted. Stress coiled. Sleep evading. Ellis massaged knots. We're solid. Jasper sensed. Sketches darkening tempests. Lean on us. Crisis peaked hearing. Cleared, but job offer lateral. Smaller firm. Fresh start. River accepted. Silver lining mobility. Summer solstice marked pivot. Group trip hill country. Cabins rustic. Stars unpolluted. Bonfires crackled truths. Dad opening queer ally books. Mom volunteering shelters. Laughter healed layers. Jasper's Portland trip yielded offers. Residency. Theo tagging support. Growing up. He texted photos, bridges spanned. Fall harvested plenty. Ellis promoted. River consulting freelance. Evenings porch swinged. Futures sketched lazy. Winter's eve. Reflecting year. River journaled. Scars fade. Loves endure. The bungalow in Hyde Park stood sentinel through the turning seasons. Its wraparound porch a stage for life's unfolding acts. Morning coffees steaming into fog. Evening wines toasting sunsets that bled orange across the oaks. River's freelance consulting bloomed steady. Contracts from NGOs training conflict resolution. His voice carrying weight from sands to boardrooms. Ellis thrived as venue lead, curating lineups that pulsed with raw talent. Nights home late but lit with stories of breakthroughs. Jasper's residency in Portland pulled bittersweet. Farewell dinner tear-streaked. Suitcases packed dreams. 6 months, he promised, hugging Theo fierce. Then River. Then back to claim Austin. Theo stayed anchored. Barista shifts funding visits. Video calls bridging miles. He's soaring, he'd say. Pride masking loneliness. Dad's retirement reshaped Elmwood visits. Road trips bonding. Truck cabs filled podcasts progressive. Harlan Sr. questioning old certainties. World's wider than I thought, he'd mutter. But action spoke. PFLAG meetings tentative. Apologies handwritten to Jasper. Mom orchestrated family reunions. Quilts expanded literal and figurative. Threads mend. She'd say, needles flashing. Spring 2026 whispered expansion. Ellis broached adoption. Files poured evenings. Little one to teach our chaos. River's heart swelled. Fears surfacing therapy. Worthy dad. Ellis kissed doubts away. The best. Process dragged deliberate. Home studies past glowing. Matches teased. Summer brought waitlist limbo. Distracting with weddings. Theo's cousin's nuptials. Dances twirling joyful. Jasper's return mid-July exploded reunion. Airport sprint. Hugs airport terminal chaotic. Portland tales spilled. Galleries queer-owned. Love's fleeting but freeing. Missed y'all, he confessed. Sketchbook brimming northwest greens. Group healing hiked enchanted rock. Granite dome under stars. Summit confessions cathartic. Found myself there, Jasper shared. City lights distant. But home's here. Fall deepened commitments. River's contract extended overseas brief. Ukraine advisory. Month max go save worlds. Ellis urged. Packing care kits loving. Kiev's chill contrasted Austin warmth. But calls connected. Ellis's voice anchor. Jasper's art emails inspiration. Crisis local. Protests flared. River embedded safe. Stories filed measured. Return hailed hero quiet. Ellis's welcome intimate. Dinner family elaborate. Jasper gifted ink drawing. Brothers silhouetted, unbreakable. Winter wrapped adoptions breakthrough match. 4-year-old boy, Mateo, foster shuffled seeking steady. Visits supervised bloomed bond, park swings tentative, then trusting. Papa Riv, first utterance gut punch joy. Paperwork finalized spring, courthouse ceremony small. Mateo in tiny suit, vows parental whispered. Family forever. Homecoming bungalow alive. Room painted blue, toys scattered conquest. Nights read alouds, days playground chases, exhaustion sweet. Jasper met someone Portland lingering, Miles, sculptor lanky, eyes kind. Visits overlapped, sparks evident. Serious. Theo grilled teasing. Scary serious. Jasper admitted, grins shy. Theo's support unwavering. Own pursuits blooming. Culinary classes. Pop-up dinners queer themed. Summer solstice party celebrated Mateo. Backyard piñatas bursting candy. Laughter multilingual. Dad FaceTimed. Grandpa Harlan here. Voice gruff tender. But shadows crept August. Ellis's venue downsized. Layoffs slicing staff. Freelance bridge, he shrugged. But worry etched. River countered proactive, networking coffees. Gig sound design landed quick. Stress simmered, intimacy strained. Arguments petty over dishes, silences heavy. Therapy joint unpacked. Fear losing stability, Ellis confessed. River, afraid I'm not enough. Recommitment deliberate, date nights child-free. Theo babysitting grateful. Intimacy reignited slow, trust rebuilt flame. Fall brought balance. Ellis's projects thrived independent. River's book pitched. Memoir soldier to father. Agent Nibbles excited. Jasper's Miles visited Austin, dinners testing. Fitz, Theo approved, bro code sealed. Thanksgiving grand. Elmwood caravan. Tables groaning turkey. Conversations bridged generations. Dad toasted Jasper public. Love you son. No qualifiers. Tears collective, healing palpable. Winter's gift. Book deal inked. Advance cushioning dreams. Mateo toddled Christmas mornings. Lights reflected wonder. New Year resolutions whispered. Travel family. Roots to branches. Spring bloomed, betrayals veiled. Old army comrade visited Mark. Charming surface. Tales war bonded. Dinners convivial. But Ellis noted drifts. Late texts. Bar hops, catching up. Jealousy flickered River's chest. Dismissed initial. Brothers in arms, he rationalized. Escalation subtle. Mark stay extended. Couch surfing bungalow. Laughter late. Beers shared. Ellis sidelined quiet. Confrontation brewed kitchen one dawn. Coffee perking tense. What's this? River gestured phone. Messages innocuous but frequent. Mark defensive. Just friends. Ellis mediated calm. Boundaries, man. Tension peaked, night storm raged. Mark overstepped. Hand on Ellis's arm lingering. Intent veiled. River witnessed. Rage volcanic. Out. Now. Mark packed swift. Truck peeling gravel accusations. Door slammed final. Aftermath raw. Ellis apologetic unnecessary. Never crossed. River. Trust fractured mine. Reconciliation therapy marinated. Forgiveness self-directed. Vows renewed intimate. You're my north, Ellis whispered. Scars shared. Jasper counseled wise. Storms pass. Anchor holds. Summer healed. Family camping Big Bend redux. Mateo chasing lizards. Stars storytelling. Laughter mended. Fall published whispers. Advance copies memoir. Launches planned. Jasper's exhibit toured. Miles relocating Austin tentative. Winter wrapped whole. Mateo's kindergarten start. Tears parental mixed pride. Reflecting fireside. River held Ellis close. Through betrayals stronger. Echoed all. The bungalow's porch swing creaked a lullaby through the relentless Austin summers of 2026. Its chains weathered but unyielding. Much like the lives unfolding within. Mateo's laughter rang constant now, a 5-year-old whirlwind of questions and scraped knees. his dark curls inherited from some forgotten lineage but tamed by Ellis's gentle braids. River's memoir, Sand and Homecomings, hit shelves modest splash, signings local Drew vets nodding recognition, reviews praising raw honesty. "You've given voice," Ellis said, stacking books proud. Jasper and Miles settled hybrid. Apartment shared, studios separate. Sculptures mingling Jasper's paintings in vibrant dialogue. Theo's pop-ups evolved restaurant venture. Investor bites turning dream brick and mortar. Queer Tex-Mex fusion, he pitched, eyes alight. Dinners test menus, spices bold as confessions. Family orbits tightened. Monthly Elmwood runs. Dad's garden coaxed reluctant. Tomatoes red as redemption. Shared with Mateo, who called him Pops. Mom's quilts blanketed visits. Stories embroidered fuller. Fall's equinox brought crossroads. Ellis's freelance swelled demanding. Tour sound engineering weeks away. "Miss you already?" River murmured send-off. Kiss lingering airport. Solos tested. River bedtime story solo. Mateo's nightmares soothed single. Calls bridged, but distance amplified doubts. Old ex's ghost marks echo faint but nagging. Jasper filled voids. Art classes Mateo finger painting chaotic. Uncle Jasp's secret weapon. He'd wink, colors smeared gleeful. Theo hosted dinner's anchor. Miles's quiet humor balancing. "We've got you," collective. Ellis's return October exploded reunion. Mateo tackling legs. Daddy L. Nights reclaimed passionate. Absences sharpening appreciation. Winter holidays peak tradition. Lights strung bungalow. Tamales Theo's. Pie moms. Dad's gift Mateo tools set tiny. Build strong, like your papa's. Spring 2027 stirred ambitions. River's speaking circuit expanded. TEDx invite nerves electric. Prep Jasper's feedback sketches visualizing abstract. "Nail it," he urged, rehearsal audience soul. Talk soared. Vulnerability wore to family. Applause thunderous. Clips viral modest, inquiries flooded. Summer vacation family. Road trip southwest, canyons echoing adventures. Zion hikes Mateo backpacked, antelope slot Wade's wonder. Evenings campfire tales, bonds forged flame. Back, Ellis announced. Venue chain offer, relocation Seattle potential. Bigger canvas, he said, maps spread tentative. Discussions marathon. River's flexibility freelance, Jasper's network West Coast. Pros outweigh, Theo Wade own expansion plans. Decision brewed emotional. Bungalow listed reluctant, showing staged sterile. Offer accepted swift, hearts mixed. Packing unearthed memories. Jasper's welcome home sketch framed. Mateo's first drawing crayoned. New chapters. Ellis boxed, label hopeful. Move cross-country epic, U-Haul caravan. Playlists curated. Mateo queried windows. New home big. Bigger heart, River assured. Seattle welcomed misty, houseboat Lake Union quirky. Decks waterlapped. Unpacking laughter, views Olympics majestic. Jasper scouted galleries Rainier. Miles tagging sculptor. Pacific Muse, he texted photos misty. Theo's restaurant ribbon cut Austin, video cheers virtual. Fall settled rhythms. River remote consulting, Ellis touring regional. Mateo school enrolled, friends forged playground. But adjustment chafed, rain relentless, isolation creeping. Rivers calls dad frequent, voices bridging miles. Miss the sun, Harlan Sr. joked, but pride veiled. Proud son. Winter's solstice party houseboat glowed. Neighbors queer pod, potluck salmon smoked. Jasper visited Thanksgiving. Flights hugged tight. Fits you, he approved. Sketches Seattle grays vibrant. Crisis crested January. Mateo fever spike sudden. Hospital dash fogged panic. Tests blurred. Pneumonia confirmed. Nights vigil beeping. Ellis canceled gigs. River canceled talks. Family rallied virtual. Jasper stories read. Theo recipes comfort. Recovery slow bloom, homebound crafts. Mateo mending mischievous. Tough like Papa Riv, he declared, puzzle piece triumphant. Spring thawed resilient. Therapy family unpacked fears. Bonds tightened crisis. Summer brought Ellis's tour climax. Festival headliner sound. River tagging family. Backstage chaos. Mateo's earplugs. Applause shared electric. Fall's harvest personal. Jasper's proposal miles. Ring wood-carved. West Coast wedding? Plans bubbled. Theo's restaurant review starred. Expansions whispered. Winter wrapped gratitude, houseboat deck strung lights. Mateo asleep lap. Ellis harmonica soft. Reflecting waves lapping. River whispered. Waves change shores, but we endure. Echoed Ellis. Deeper waters, stronger swim. The houseboat on Lake Union bobbed gentle through the Pacific Northwest's moody mercies. Its weathered planks telling tales of tides and tenacities. Much like the Harlan Kane family now rooted in Seattle's embrace. Mateo's kindergarten adventures filled evenings with crayon masterpieces and playground politics. His laughter a beacon cutting through the frequent drizzles. River's speaking engagements wove national. Virtual bridges to audiences hungry for hope. His memoir's sequel outlined in Stolen Dawn Hours. From foxholes to family, he titled chapters. Ellis editing wry margins. Jasper and Miles's wedding planned hybrid. Ceremony Seattle, reception Austin straddle. Best of worlds. Jasper beamed. Invitations etched artistic. Theo helmed catering, menus fusion fierce. Ellis's chain roll stabilized. Creative freedom traded stability. Tours balanced home. Worth the trade, he'd say. Arms full Mateo post pickup. Spring 2028 bloomed unions. Jasper Miles vows under Space Needle shadow. Rains held miracle. Guests eclectic. Portland artists. Austin kin. Elmwood contingent full. Dad walked Jasper tentative, hand pat proud. Handsome groom. Theo's toast slayed. Loves the art we live. Rings exchanged wood and silver. Kiss sealed cheers. Reception ferry ride Puget Sound. Toasts toasting sunsets. River's best man words heartfelt. Brother, you taught me brave. Shine on. Fall deep in joys. Mateo's soccer starts. Cleats muddied determination. River coached sidelines. Ellis cheering bilingual. Winter holidays houseboat festooned. You'll log afloat. Carols echoing water. Dad visited. Fishing rods cast companionable. Grandkids fix everything, he quipped. Mateo baiting hooks gleeful. Mom's arrival quilted warmth. Stories swapped scarves knitted. New Year 2029 resolutions whispered. Travels intentional. Roots nourished. Summer Odyssey Europe. Flights family, Paris croissants, Rome ruins. Mateo marveled Colosseum. Gladiators like Papa's stories? River nodded. Hand Ellis laced. Heroes all. Fall's equinox brought news seismic. Ellis pregnant via surrogate. Journey year-long chosen. Our next chapter. Announced dinner. Tears collective joy. Pregnancy watched wonder. Ultrasounds grainy miracles. Kicks felt palms. Jasper sketched nursery murals. Theo baby shower hosted Austin visit. Winter's gift birth. February dawn. Hospital lights haloed. Baby girl arrives. Lila Rose Kane Harlan. Cries conquering quiet. Mateo big brother solemn. Finger tiny grasp. Homecoming houseboat expanded. Crib waves rocked. Nights fragmented tender. Spring cooed lullabies. Lila's eyes green flecked Ellis's. But shadows loomed May. Dad's diagnosis pancreatic. Aggressive. Flights Elmwood urgent. Family caravan. Harlan Sr. frail but fierce. Bedside vigils rotating. Regrets few now. He rasped, Jasper's hand clasped. Love you, boys. Always. Final days hospice gentle. Stories circling closure. Passing dawn soft. Mom's hand rivers. Circle unbroken. Funeral Elmwood simple. Cemetery plot beside Uncle Ray. Eulogies heartfelt. Jasper's art tribute displayed. Colors defiant. Aftermath grief woven daily. Calls mom frequent. Gardens tended memory. Mateo drew Pops in Heaven. Stars guardian. Summer healed gradual. Lake swims Lila floated. Jasper's mural Lila's room blooming. Fall's Harvest Book Tour Rivers sequel. Dedicating Dad. To Anchors Lost. Lessons eternal. Winter wrapped resilient, holidays bittersweet. Lila's first laugh bells. Reflecting deck stars. Ellis beside. Children asleep. Through losses, legacies. River nodded. Heart full. Love's the truest homecoming. Years unfurled tapestry rich. Mateo teen budding artist. Lila toddler terror trailblazing. Jasper's galleries spanned coasts. Miles's sculptures public. Theo's empire fed souls. Mom relocated Austin near. River and Ellis mentored vets. Safe spaces built. On 730th day post-dad. Anniversary marked quiet hike. Toasts wildflowers. He'd approve, Jasper said, sketchpad open. He does, River affirmed, family encircling.